What's going on, everybody? This is JD1983 coming at you real quick with a performance review courtesy of sneakershoebox.com. Got a lot to cover here, so let's get right to it. Alright, so let me move this camera real quick, get it in position. Alright, so the shoe that I'm going to be reviewing today is right here, Jordan Brand Flyway 2. First and foremost, this is, in my opinion, one of the very best performance shoes that I've ever had the pleasure of playing ball in. Got a lot to cover, so I'm going to try and do it in somewhat organized fashion, and we're going to start with the outsole and work our way up. So, outsole. First thing you notice, it's not herringbone. I am a big fan of the traditional herringbone design, and this is not herringbone. But you know what? The traction is on point. I cannot complain about the traction. There are areas for improvement, but the traction on this shoe is up there in Kobe 4 territory. Yeah, I said it. A lot of people that know their hooping shoes and are real big into performance-based sneakers will tell you that the Kobe 4 is probably the golden standard for, what on-court traction should be, and I think this should be mentioned close to in the same breath with it. It's nowhere. It's not the Kobe 4, trust me, but it's up there. Okay, so here's what you got here. You got this different kind of wavy pattern design that they got going on right here, and you kind of got the same thing, but it's much larger and less flexible down here on the medial side of the shoe. On the lateral side of the shoe, it is far more flexible, and this is just my opinion, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. There's more of it here than there is here. So in my mind, thinking logically about it, more surface area equals more contact with the court, which translates to better traction. So this side definitely outperforms this side. Look at the Kobe 4 compared to the Kobe 5. One thing that they did differently on the Kobe 5 was they got rid of the herringbone traction design, and there's also a whole lot less rubber there than there is on the Kobe 4. Less rubber equals less weight, and if you're going to use this same kind of comparison, less rubber equals less surface contact, which is why the Kobe 5 definitely did not perform as well traction-wise as the Kobe 4. Now, moving on, you got the outrigger right here. The outrigger, for those of you who don't know, is this little portion on the lateral side of the shoe that does provide you a little bit of lateral stability to keep you from, rolling your ankle outwards like that. The thing that I did not like was the fact that the traction did not extend all the way up to that outrigger portion. They did it here at the rear of the shoe on both medial and lateral sides of the shoe, but they did not do it here in the forefoot, and I don't know why. Anyways, it's what we got. So moving towards the midfoot area, you got this TPU shank here. It is TPU. In most Jordan Brand signature models, they would have gone with a carbon fiber here. They did not in this shoe. I can only speculate that it was probably just to keep the overall cost of the shoe down. I'm fine with the selection that they made because it's flexible enough to give you a little bit of bounce back, a little resiliency, but it's also rigid enough to give you the support that you do need here in the midfoot area. Now, if you look here on the lateral side of the shoe, that TPU shank does extend up and up the midfoot. What that does for you is give you a little bit of outward stability. So if you come into a jump stop or something like that, or you're hitting somebody with a crossover real quick, you do have something that's going to support your foot inside the shoe. Now, flipping it around here to the medial part or the inside of the foot, it does not extend up as high, although it does extend up to provide some arch support. Now, for me, when I saw this in store, it was like, ooh, red flag. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing because I have a wider foot and I've got lower than average arches. So when I see stuff like this, I'm thinking, oh man, it's going to be a problem. But I'm here to tell you it was not that bad. You do feel it when you put your foot in the shoe, and it does provide a little bit of arch support, but it's nothing super uncomfortable. For example, the Zoom Rookie, I got that shoe. I rock it. I love the way it looks, but could I play ball in it? No, not in a million years because, it's too much arch in that shoe for me personally because I got wider feet. So take that how you will. Brother with wide feet says that this part is not so bad. So if that's a consideration for you when you're looking at buying a performance sneaker, it's not so bad. Now, that's all I got to say on the outsole of the shoe. Moving on up to the midsole. Let's check that out right there. Lunar Line. So, what's Lunar Line? For what I can gather on what limited research I was able to do, was Lunar Line is, I believe, a combination of lunar foam and Phylon. I don't know exactly if it's 50-50, what percentage it is, but that's what I'm going with. And they use it for the entire midsole of the shoe. There is no zoom bag in this shoe that I've been able to find. There's no Max Air, obviously, like there was on other models, but this is what we got. It's different than Zoom. Most people who like Zoom don't like Max Air. Most people who like Max Air don't like Zoom. So it is what it is. This is a little bit different. It's something you got to try on. I personally feel like it's got some of the characteristics of both. It's got a little bit of cushion to it like a Max Air, but it's very responsive like you would find in a Zoom bag. So that's all I have to say about that. The last concern I do have is the longevity of the product itself. If you do have a pair of Jordan 11s or any other shoe that does have this visible Phylon kind of material here in the midsole, the first thing you notice after wearing it for a while, that it'll start to crease, right along here. It'll start to crease, and then over time it'll start to scrunch down and get compressed. What that is your midsole doing its job, and over time, it's got no more shock absorption left that it can provide. Its resiliency is just gone. So I have no clue how long it's going to take before this bottoms out. Let me go ahead and hit you with the quote marks real quick. Bottoms out. So only way I can find out is to get it on the court, and I will do that. That's all I have to say about the midsole. Moving on up to the upper of the shoe. First thing you notice is they went with a fused material. I am very happy with the selection of a fused material because it's got a lot of benefits that come along with it. It's very durable. Very durable. I got I'd say about 30 or 40 games in these bad boys, and that scuff right there is the only thing that I've been able to find on this shoe. And I put some work in, I really have, and I'm very, very pleased with the way that this shoe is held up. So one, it's very durable. Two, it's fairly lightweight too. For a mid-cut shoe, it's pretty darn lightweight. It's nowhere near as light as, say, the Adidas, crazy light or anything like that, but it does what it has to do. Third, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the other shoe for this part of the demonstration. Same, it's the right shoe, but I took the laces out to help out with this a little bit. I got a flashlight here, and I'm gonna go ahead and flash the light in, and you notice all the way around you got perforations here in the toe box, here in the sock liner, and all the way around the upper. I'm just gonna flash this light in here. See all that light coming through? Just me thinking logically about it. If you can see light through there, that means heat and moisture can escape. So breathability is a plus on this shoe, hands down. Even down here in the toe box area, and I don't know if you can see that, but the light can be seen all the way through this shoe. So breathability is a big thing. It's real good in this shoe. D. Wade himself said that breathability was one of the biggest concerns for his shoe as an upgrade for this shoe compared to the Flyweight 1, because he sweats so much that in prior games, he would go through 2, 3, sometimes even 4 pairs of shoes in a game, because the material would start to fall apart. So with this material that they picked for this shoe and the way they got these perforations designed in here, it struck a nice balance between durability, flexibility. I mean, check this out. And it just pops right back. It's not even creased or anything like that. So durability, flexibility, and overall breathability is top notch in this shoe. So that's all I really got. Just go ahead and wrap things up. Flyweight 2. It's a great shoe. Traction is great. Like I said, what I would do differently is take this stuff here on the lateral side, put it on the medial side as well, and it would be perfect. Also extend this stuff all the way up here to this outrigger section. That would be phenomenal. This Lunar Line stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and just hit the court with it and see how it does. I don't know how long it will last. The upper, durable, flexible, breathable, got no complaints from me. So let's go ahead and move it back over here. That way we can wrap this thing up. Flyweight 2, hands down, one of the best performance shoes I've ever played ball in, right up there with the Kobe 4. I can't complain about it at all. It did come in at about $145, which is a little higher, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm very happy with the performance of the shoe at that price point. So that's all I got. This is JD1983, sneakershoebox.com signing off. Take it easy. Peace.